and welcome to English Fluent Smartly. I'm Johanna, your guide on this linguistic and cultural journey.
And I'm Neil. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of ancient civilizations. These are the societies that not only shaped their own times, but also laid the foundations for many aspects of the modern world. Whether it's the majestic pyramids of Egypt, the philosophical musings of ancient Greece, or the engineering marvels of Rome, these civilizations have left an indelible mark on human history.
Absolutely. And what makes our exploration even more interesting is how these ancient cultures have influenced the language we use today. Words, phrases, and concepts from thousands of years ago still find their way into our everyday conversations. Understanding these connections not only enriches our vocabulary but also gives us a deeper appreciation of the history behind the words we use.
That's right. Language is more than just a tool for communication, it's a living record of our past. As we explore these ancient civilizations, we'll also look at how their languages, customs, and ideas have permeated into modern English. We'll discover the stories behind words, uncover the roots of our cultural practices, and see how the wisdom of the ancients still resonates today.
Whether you're a history buff, a language enthusiast, or just someone curious about the past, this episode will take you on an enlightening journey through time. So, get ready to travel back thousands of years and immerse yourself in the wonders of ancient civilizations.
From the sands of Egypt to the jungles of Central America, each civilization we explore today has a unique story to tell, and by the end of this podcast, we hope you'll have a new perspective on the ancient roots of our modern world.
Segment 1, Ancient Egypt, the Land of the Pharaohs.
Let's start our journey with one of the most iconic ancient civilizations, ancient Egypt. When you think of Egypt, what comes to mind?
For many, it's the towering pyramids of Giza, the enigmatic Sphinx, and the life-giving Nile River. But there's so much more to ancient Egypt than just these famous landmarks. The civilization thrived for over 3 millennia, making extraordinary advancements in architecture, medicine, and writing.
Speaking of writing, one of the most remarkable aspects of ancient Egyptian culture was their development of hieroglyphics. These symbols weren't just a form of decoration, they were a complex system of communication. Hieroglyphics were used for religious texts, official inscriptions, and recording the achievements of the pharaohs.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is that hieroglyphics combine logographic, syllabic, and alphabetic elements, which made it a versatile writing system. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, was the key to deciphering these symbols and unlocking the secrets of ancient Egypt. This stone contained the same text written in Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphics, which allowed scholars to finally understand this ancient language.
And when we look at the influence of ancient Egypt on modern language, we see traces of their culture in English as well. For instance, the word pharaoh itself comes from the Egyptian term pa, meaning great house, which referred to the royal palace and later the ruler. Similarly, the word paper has its roots in papyrus, the plant Egyptians used to make an early form of paper.
The contributions of ancient Egypt extend beyond language. Their advancements in medicine were also remarkable. Egyptian doctors were highly skilled and performed surgeries, set broken bones, and used a variety of herbal remedies. Many of these practices were documented in medical papyri, which have provided modern scholars with invaluable insights into ancient medical knowledge.
And let's not forget their architectural genius. The pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, are considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. These structures were not just tombs, but symbols of the pharaohs, divine power, and their connection to the gods.
The precision with which these pyramids were built, aligning with celestial bodies and the cardinal points, reflects a deep understanding of astronomy and engineering. Even today, researchers are still uncovering new information about how these colossal structures were constructed.
Ancient Egypt's legacy is vast and varied, influencing not just the civilizations that followed, but also modern culture, language, and science. It's incredible to think about how much of what they achieved continues to shape our world today.
Segment 2, Ancient Greece, the cradle of Western civilization.
Next, let's set sail across the Mediterranean. Ancient Greece, often called the cradle of Western civilization, ancient Greece is renowned for its rich contributions to philosophy, politics, art, and science foundations that still influence us today.
Absolutely. When we think of ancient Greece, names like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle immediately come to mind. These philosophers weren't just thinkers, they were pioneers who questioned the world around them and laid the groundwork for Western thought. The Socratic method, for example, is still used in education today as a way to stimulate critical thinking and illuminate ideas.
And it wasn't just philosophy that flourished in ancient Greece. The Greeks were also the first to establish a democratic system of government, particularly in Athens. This early form of democracy allowed citizens to participate directly in decision-making, a concept that has profoundly shaped modern political systems worldwide.
Greek contributions to language are also significant. Many English words, especially those related to science, medicine, and the arts, have Greek origins. Take the word democracy, for example. Demos means people, and kratos means power or rule. Similarly, philosophy comes from philo, meaning love, and sophia, meaning wisdom.
And let's not forget the influence of Greek on the English alphabet. The Greek alphabet was the first to include vowels, a crucial step in the evolution of written language. Many of the letters in our modern alphabet, such as A, B, and C, are derived from Greek letters like alpha, beta, and gamma.
The Greeks were also masters of the arts. They introduced concepts like drama, tragedy, and comedy, with playwrights like Sophocles and Aristophanes whose works are still studied and performed today. Greek architecture, particularly the use of columns in structures like the Parthenon, has also left a lasting legacy on Western architectural styles.
In addition to their cultural achievements, the Greeks made significant advances in science and mathematics. Figures like Pythagoras, Euclid, and Archimedes laid the foundations for geometry and mechanics. The principles they established are still taught in classrooms around the world.
Their understanding of the natural world was remarkable for their time. Hippocrates, often called the father of medicine, established ethical standards for medical practice that are still relevant today. The Hippocratic Oath, derived from his teachings, is a pledge taken by doctors to uphold ethical standards in their practice.
Ancient Greece was truly a civilization that valued knowledge, creativity, and public discourse. Their contributions continue to be felt in almost every aspect of modern life, from the way we govern ourselves to the way we think about the world.
Segment 3, the Roman Empire, Masters of Engineering and Law.
Moving on, let's explore the vast and influential Roman Empire, which at its height controlled much of Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. The Romans were not only masters of conquest but also of administration, engineering, and law, all of which have left a profound impact on the modern world.
The phrase, "all roads lead to Rome," reflects the reality of the Roman Empire's incredible infrastructure. The Romans built a vast network of roads that spanned the empire, connecting distant provinces with the heart of Rome. These roads were marvels of engineering, designed to last for centuries. Their durability and precision allowed for the efficient movement of troops, trade goods, and information, facilitating the unification of the empire.
But the Romans' engineering feats didn't stop at roads. They constructed aqueducts that brought fresh water from distant sources into cities, a revolutionary advancement that supported urban growth and public health. The Aqua Appia, one of the first Roman aqueducts, supplied Rome with water for over 400 years, and its remains can still be seen today.
Roman architecture is another testament to their ingenuity. The Colosseum, for instance, stands as a symbol of Roman might and architectural prowess. It was the largest amphitheater ever built, capable of seating around 80,000 spectators. The design of the Colosseum, with its complex system of vaults and arches, influenced stadiums and arenas around the world.
And then there's the Pantheon, a masterpiece of Roman architecture with its massive, unreinforced concrete dome, which remains the largest of its kind in the world. The oculus at the center of the dome, an opening that lets in light, is a brilliant example of Roman innovation. The Pantheon's design has inspired countless buildings, including modern-day Capitol buildings and churches.
Roman law, however, is arguably one of their most significant contributions to the modern world. The Romans developed a sophisticated legal system that laid the groundwork for many legal principles still in use today. Concepts like innocent until proven guilty, the right to a fair trial, and legal representation are all rooted in Roman law.
Roman law was codified in the 12 Tables, a set of laws that applied to all Roman citizens and provided the foundation for civil law in the Western world. Later, under Emperor Justinian, Roman law was further refined and compiled into what is known as the Corpus Juris Civilis, or the body of civil law, which became a reference for legal systems throughout Europe.
The influence of Latin, the language of the Romans, is another critical legacy. Latin served as the lingua franca of the Roman Empire, and after the empire's fall, it became the language of scholarship, science, and the Catholic Church. Latin is the root of the Romance languages Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian, and has also contributed many words to English, particularly in the fields of law, science, and religion.
Terms like justice, equity, legal, and constitution all have Latin origins. Even common phrases, like etc. meaning and other things, and per esse meaning in itself come directly from Latin. Understanding these roots can greatly enhance your English vocabulary and comprehension.
But Roman influence goes beyond language and law. Their cultural practices, including public baths, gladiatorial games, and festivals, were central to Roman life and have left traces in modern leisure activities and public entertainment. The Romans also made significant contributions to literature, philosophy, and art, with works from poets like Virgil and Ovid, and philosophers like Seneca and Cicero, influencing Western thought for centuries.
The Roman Empire was a civilization that excelled in organization, engineering, and cultural integration, shaping the Western world in ways that are still evident today. Their ability to govern such a vast and diverse territory, combined with their advancements in law, architecture, and language, ensured that their legacy would endure long after the fall of the empire.
Segment 4. Conclusion. Reflections on ancient civilizations.
As we come to the end of our journey through these ancient civilizations, it's clear that despite the vast differences in geography, culture, and time, each of these societies contributed something essential to the world we live in today.
Absolutely. Whether it was the engineering marvels of Rome, the philosophical foundations of Greece, the technological innovations of China, each civilization has left its mark on human history, and through language, architecture, and ideas, their legacies continue to influence our modern world.
We hope that today's exploration has given you a deeper appreciation for these ancient societies, not just as relics of the past, but as vital contributors to the way we think, live, and communicate today. The languages we speak, the laws we follow, and even the way we perceive the universe have all been shaped by the wisdom of these ancient cultures.
Learning about these civilizations also highlights the importance of preserving history and culture. By studying the past, we can better understand our present and make more informed decisions for the future.
Exactly. The more we learn about these ancient cultures, the more we realize that their achievements are not just historical footnotes but integral parts of the human story.
Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through time. We encourage you to continue exploring the incredible contributions of ancient civilizations. And remember, understanding the past can open up new perspectives on the present and future.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and stay curious.